Tonight's tactical enhancement is some more of the Balvenie double wood. Tonight we're playing Warhammer 8th edition, 2,500 points in a battle line, and it's my Dark Elves again against Sean's Dwarfs. This is the third army Sean has dragged out of retirement, and it's impressive. Talk us through what you've got.
Well, it's an army of 3. We have 3 units of 10 crossbow, 3 units of 10 thunderers, 3 units of gyrocopters, which are antiques from the 1990s or early, and then 3.
Crossbow.
Yes, those are. And we have 3 units of unique units. We have Bugman's original Rangers.
Where are they? Oh, these guys.
These guys are actual original ones.
Oh, look at that.
I've got another box set from back in the 80s or something, which is I was giving them shields.
Are these metal?
They're all metal, every single one of them.
An entire army of metal. You don't get that very
Warriors. Yep, the whole army is metal, and then I've got some slayers.
Oh, here we go.
And 3 heroes. There's no lords in this army, and then I have 3 artillery pieces. So, pretty much, yeah. There's 3 of everything.
Alright, I noticed that the Slayers don't even have a remote hand. They just look as orange as certain political leaders. Very old school.
Yes, yes.
And look at these.
I don't even know if these are Citadel. I think they are.
They're old.
I think this is not original Citadel. The rest of it is, but that beam isn't.
Pieces, right, that explains it. What the hell is that on the back, fellow? Is that in the cup?
Huh? He's sitting on a goblin from Goblobber.
Okay.
That's an original dwarf set.
And if we look at deployment, we've got shooters on your left flank, melee in the middle, some very enthusiastic slaves looking to die but coming right out in front of this, and more flankers. So this will be interesting. You may well shoot the shit out of my army. And from flank to flank, the Dark Elves have almost everything except for 1 miniature that I've painted so far. We've got 10 shooters, the Curried Abyss, or how the fuck you pronounce it. Second outing, hopefully it doesn't run away first chance it gets today. 25 of the Witch Elves, Hydra, 25 of the Corsairs with the Standard Bearer and Elvira the Mage. Another Hydra, he's getting a bit on in years, this fella. Another 10 shooters. 5, get the focus right, 5 of the sort of old school Coldbond Riders. And back there we got 2 assassins who are hiding in the big melee units.
You don't have to tell me. I trust you.
It's alright, it helps me remember where the fuck I put them as well.
I have played people where they have had an assassin and conveniently pops out wherever it's most needed.
Yeah, I always write it down in advance.
They couldn't show me anywhere it was writing down.
Yeah, everyone's insulted when it's suddenly the assassin pops up in a unit of 10 crossbow, right where it needs to be to kill off a unit of flanking cavalry, and I have to show them the bit of paper that I wrote that on.
Yeah, well, there's no flanking cavalry on this.
No, well, sort of.
It's a unique. So, this is the first time I've played with all 3 models of the gyrocopters.
Well, this will be fun. Gyrocopters are great in 8th edition.
We'll see how we go.
And before I forget to mention, and I'll have to edit this in because I forgot all about it, I've got a unit of 6 shades with their Murdoch camouflage, and my excuse for forgetting about them before is because they're sneaky and they were hidden with their camouflage cloaks in the greenery.
Yeah.
Ready to pop out and do something nasty.
Very
It's like the dice, so he gets to go first.
Oh, alright.
Highest goes first.
Highest goes
This
first.
is only for this patch of board here.
You have rolled a
that
1.
doesn't bode well.
I have rolled a 3.
Well, shit.
Yes.
Well,
Shit might be the word.
We'll check in at the end of turn 1 dwarf.
Well, every other game.
Right, it's almost the end of dwarf turn 1. They got the first go. And they dumped all manner of hell. And in true Sean form, the first thing he did was fly his gyrocopters over these guys and try to drop a bomb on them, but he rolled a misfire and took a wound off himself. So that was a great start. Unfortunately, the second thing he did was fire the cannon at my shiny new toy, which 2 games in a row fucks it up right out of the gate. Last time he ran away, this time he's got himself outright killed by the first cannonball of the day. He scored a whopping 6 wounds against this fella. He doesn't even get regen. In fact, wouldn't be able to take regen anyway because of the way that the Dark Elf regen works. So that's annoying. Then Sean targeted the Witch Elves with a whole bunch of things, then realised that we were getting the rules wrong, and we had to put half the casualties back. So that was reassuring, otherwise I'd have quite a... Not so many Witch Elves. We need more of this. And then what? These guys moved forward to come and play. And, yes, this gyrocopter here fired a steam cannon and took out 2 of my skirmishers. I'm not too happy about that. My other shiny new toy that I only just fucking painted. Oh, dearie me. But that's about it. We're just working out with the Balvenie can get a shot off with some crossbows at the big Hydra monsters because they're large targets and probably can't hide behind a bunch of 3-foot tall dudes. So we'll sort that out, then we'll do Dark Elf turn 1. Well, the dice are all over the fucking shop tonight. Right, what did we do right and what did we fuck up? Well, we marched these guys forward. They're going to brace themselves for 1 round and get a shit shot out of them before cleaning up whatever's left, we hope. We charged in these guys against the chopper, and they rolled almost all of their hits and then no fucking wounds whatsoever. That was annoying. And they lost 1 in return, so that's a tie. They're bogged in. Over here, we moved the shooters and they dumped 20 shots into a chopper and wasted it outright. That was right. These guys completely failed to do the same thing to the cannon. Although, 6s and 6s, the odds weren't great. Now, over here, this is where it got interesting. We tried to charge 4 fucking units into that bunch of slayers, and only 1 of them made it. The rest has rolled absolutely rat shit. Then the Hydra proceeded to roll absolutely rat shit for everything, including his breath weapon, except for his armor saves. By some fucking miracle, it made all of his armor saves.
It did, actually, but then he would have had regen as well.
It would have had regen at the end
so
of the turn.
it's really hard to actually wound the fucker.
I'm absolutely astounded that he's still there. He really... these guys need support.
And remember, there's a Dragon Slayer in there too, which does die 3 wounds on every unsaved wound.
Which I completely forgot about when I charged the fuckers. If I realised, I just would have walked up with 2 Hydras and shot the shit out of them and maybe thrown in these guys as well. But no, I fucked it up completely and now we're stuck in a melee we didn't need to have.
Oh, yes you did. You wanted it.
Well, we did want it.
You wanted it badly.
That's true. And they especially wanted it, but then they tripped over the high hills. I don't know. Come on, what is with you ladies? They really wanted to hop in there and, I don't know, grab a bloke by a beard.
Well, gives them something to hang on to, sir, from last episode.
On that note, we got a magic spell off which boosted the toughness and strength of these guys. So when they get shot to hell next turn, a couple less of them will die.
We shall attempt that.
Yeah, we rolled snake eyes actually for the winds of magic. So I did this on 2 dice and I rolled up 10 plus 4, and poor Sean only had 1 dice to try and dispel it with. So yeah. Anyway, on that note, we've got to switch whiskeys because we finished off the last of the Balvenie.
We might have to go to whiskey number 2.
Yes. We'll check in at the end of turn 2 dwarf. Right, end of turn 2 for the dwarfs, and Sean's basically getting revenge on me this game for my wood elf shooty army from hell that I threw at him last game.
Yes.
Okay, so he manoeuvred these guys for the inevitable charge, so he can flank charge when I get bogged into those guys, and those guys shot and took 1 off. The melee happened over here. We went wound for wound. My unit's not looking to flash. A bit annoyed I've been able to do more there. He fired a cannon at this thing, took 3 wounds off. That was mean.
Yeah.
Then he fired 2 rock lobbers at it, both deviated. One took a wound off this unit, one took a wound off of this unit. That's how far it deviated. Okay, then this bastard fired his steam gun.
Killed 5.
Killed 5.
Yeah.
And that's after I buffed their toughness.
5 and 6.
Then he fired a unit of handgunners and 2 of the units of crossbows plus
3
plus bugmans.
On this skill 4.
And that's what's left of my block of 25.
You're doing well.
There wouldn't be any left if I had buffed him, I suspect. Oh, that was rough. Oh, and he took 3 of these chaps off, actually, with crossbows at long range. That was pretty impressive. So we just copped it rather bad. Then in the melee, alright, so I killed 6. But before that was all tallied up, I lost 3 wounds off of this guy. Interestingly, not from the Dragon Slayer, it was all from the rank and file. So we're still in that melee, and we have to survive that melee for me to get a chance to get any wounds back on the regen roll. Which we'll hopefully do. I've got a couple of tricks for how that might be achieved. We'll do that in a moment, hopefully during my turn 2. Turn 2 for the Dark Elves. It's been a turn of mixed blessings. We got the charge in here, bumped off 4. They bumped off 1 in return. We're vulnerable to a counter charge, which is a bit shit, but it looks like we'll be bogged in combat there for quite a while. Over here, I completely failed to wound that gyrocopter, and he killed 1 in return, but we stuck around, thank Christ, just. The shooters here bumped off 2 of those chaps. We had a wounded Hydra, so we decided not to waste the breath weapon attack just yet. And in the magic, okay, we buffed this unit to strength and toughness +1 again. And we buffed all the characters to +3 attacks and strength. So they're pretty horrific. So yeah, and of course we had a miscast in the midst of that on 4 dice, and the mage took a wound off herself, which is, not bad given the options available.
You've done okay.
And the buffing of the characters was great because this assassin then proceeded to completely slaughter the
Dragon Slayer. The Dragon Slayer.
Yeah, the Dragon Slayer killed him outright in melee.
2 wounds.
Then the Hydra barely got through. I mean, look, the Hydra did just enough dice to kill everybody, including the stomps. And made all its armor saves again. It's been underwhelming in everything except for the armor saves, and it's some miracle it's alive. We did our regens. This one's back to full strength. This one only got 1 wound back. Now over here, these chaps completely failed to recreate the magic of turn 1, and they did nothing to that gyrocopter, which presumably will punish them shortly. If it doesn't punish somebody else shortly.
I do have one thing. I have 3 strength strength attacks against your Hydra from the killing, because they have their final killing blow special rule.
Don't be a big meanie pants.
How about we... Don't worry about it. I roll.
Okay, well, it's worth noting neither of us is doing enormously well with the dice tonight. On that note, turn 3 for the dwarf shooty, and this will probably be the last turn of them massacring me with gunfire, and then we'll see what happens. Right, I believe this is the end of turn 3. Well, no, it's midpoint of turn 3 because the dwarves charged. And over here, we didn't do very well. We killed a couple more dwarves there, but we lost 2 knights in return, so this guy's boned. Over here, we did nothing to each other with the gyrocopter. Now, every fucking thing you see here, that entire line of shooters and crossbows, handguns, bugmans, killed what's not here anymore. In fact, even the gyrocopter had a go at them. They slaughtered the remaining witch elves, and then the units that still hadn't shot targeted the assassin, and he ducked and he dodged and he weaved all over the place until he got shot in the face. So he's gone as well. That's an entire regiment destroyed, although they did help get past the slayers, so I can't complain. Now they dropped some templates. They were aiming for this chap, but he ducked and weaved, and I'm thinking they actually did get that fellow, if I remember correctly. We're a few drinks in, so I may not be getting the sequence quite right, but I think one of the stone throwers finished off that Hydra.
You think?
That's what happened, isn't it?
It did finish off the Hydra.
That's good. I can't trust my own memory at the moment.
Yes, no, we definitely killed that Hydra. Squish.
On the plus side, I managed to talk Sean into charging these two.
I won't be doing that
combination. I had 3 characters in there, and of course I've done the spell that buffs all of them with +3 attacks and strength, and yeah, they just cut through half that unit. Took a wound off of this guy. Now, and Sean did something which is correct by the rules, but we don't do in this house, which is he selected characters to stack all the rank and file attacks onto the characters, including the corner to corner. And he slaughtered the mage, my general.
Yes, very upsetting.
And I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think to tell him because we've been playing the same way as a house rule for, I don't know, about a decade or so. So we'll have to remember that for future reference.
You do realise I did play the goblins with you, and I did pick things out, and you didn't say it then either. So that's why.
Well, that's what happens when you drink large amounts of alcohol.
Yes, well, it's not my fault.
It took you most of the night to get there, and by then I had like 4 drinks.
Yes.
The good news is we slaughtered
now.
so many of the fuckers they ran away, and they rolled 10, and he was looking fairly confident at that point. Then I rolled 11, and we got the bloody lot of them.
And then you rolled a 10 on the other one.
10, so they both caught him and had a bit of a chomp.
A chomp. We're rather sick of being shot at.
Yeah, it got personal at some point.
Very personal.
You killed Elvira.
You bastard. Oh, we have to do combat here.
No, we did that, but they did nothing to each other.
Are you sure it's the same combat?
Yeah,
okay.
that's the
Whose
one.
turn is it? My turn.
No, it's mine, you bastard.
No.
No, that was yours. You charged. You charged in over there. That's what did all the damage.
Damn.
So
Well, that's not a great point. Now, yes.
So bugger to you, sir. I'm going to charge something and hopefully kill something
you can
before
kill
the evening ends.
Thrud. I mean,
Right. Oh, right. There's a pop cultural reference from the 80s.
yes, that one we recognise Thrud. I have.
If you don't know who Thrud is, then you're not a real Games Workshop gamer.
Yes.
No, that sounds pathetic actually now that I say it out. But anyway, it's turn
3.
Fuck, it's still turn 3. God. All right. We'll see what we can do.
Right.
End
10
of
inches.
End of turn.
Yes.
End of turn 3. And look, we moved up the shooters. Again, completely failed to wound that damn thing. These chaps took a couple of wounds off of them because they're going to hit the flank. Okay, over here the Hydra smashed the gyrocopter. That's gone. And over here we killed one more dwarf, and then the dwarfs did nothing back to the rider. That's good. This little fucker gets to live. That's quite amazing. I thought those guys were all going to die against a gyrocopter, which is not a great result for the first outing. Both my shiny toys have fucked it up today. Over here, look, we charged this unit in. I declared a challenge with the assassin, which I probably shouldn't have bothered with, and killed the champion twice over. We killed 3, which wasn't a huge outcome. Bugman killed some in return, and then you rolled every single one of these motherfuckers hit. That's the problem.
And wounded.
And we only, so you rolled up a storm. I think that's what happened. I'm trying to figure out why the hell I lost this combat. Because it shouldn't have happened.
No, against normal dwarves, probably shouldn't have.
No, because Bugman's dudes are, what's
Skill
5, so
5,
we're hitting on
strength
3s.
4s.
Strength 4, yeah, they're pretty damn good for a bunch of crossbowmen. So I lost that combat, which is a bit unfortunate, all things considered. But anyway, that's what happened. Into turn 4. Well, this turn's clusterfuck of casualties included one knight who ran out of puff and didn't kill anything before carking it. An entire unit of, they looked like this originally, but now they look like that because they're not there anymore. So this fucker here cleaned up 7 with his weapon. These gyrocopters, when you got more than one of them, fuck,
I got 7. That was good.
I've only got 1. I'm starting to think I should have more. And then the last 3 were polished off by these guys. Now in the shit fight over here, I thought, I know, my assassin will be Mr. Fancy Pants and will try and kill Bugman because he killed the champion last time. So Bugman either doesn't fight or he takes on the assassin. Completely failed to do anything with poison attacks or killing blow. And then Bugman killed the assassin.
Yeah, as you should.
And then these guys charged the flank, it's worth noting. Now after that, we just killed enough of them. We got a bit of rubber band effect did to Sean what Sean did to us last turn. 1 by 1, and Bugman fucked off. 3 inches.
3 inches.
But the weird thing is, you blow 25%, so you can't come back. Johnny's.
Actually, 25. The unit is 11, and he makes it so he's above the unit. The unit is strength 11, and he's joined it.
Oh, you had.
So it's actually 0.25 above.
Look,
he can rally.
Just fuck off, will you?
He rallies. Yep, he rallies.
You roll next turn.
No, roll this turn. It's all done. You don't want a next turn.
Roll your turn. Anyway, we did a combat reform. We're going to try and finish off these guys. There's not as many of my chaps left as there was before.
Oh, it's very few of your chaps left as before. You're in serious danger of being extinct.
Well,
you may win the game, but you'll be extinct.
There's a few dead dwarves now too.
Oh.
We killed the gyrocopter last turn. We moved like a grand total of like 4 inches, but that was last turn, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay. Well, that's the state of play. Fuck. It's getting late. We'll get through turn 4. Then we'll see what the status is.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Right. It's the end of turn 4. We're calling it a tie. We've
bloody tie.
We've all got units on the table which are in good working order. It's worked well. I say good working order, but those fucking catapults spent most of the game missing wildly by huge numbers.
Oh, they did kill a Hydra, though.
Yeah, well, that's the only thing they did well.
That's kills.
They knocked a few wounds off here and there, but by and large, they were drunk. This guy, on the other hand, is a fucking murder machine. Champion of the day. So yeah, look, this unit's technically still intact, and we still have the army standard bearer, who's standard general. This unit's intact, still doing its job. This guy's preserving the esprit de corps by himself. This guy's fine. He's in good working order. That wound you'll get back in due course. It's worth noting he just chased off the remains of one unit. They just flowed right off the table. They rolled really high. No, we actually caught them. They rolled high, but we rolled higher and caught them. And then we crashed into another unit of 10 handgunners and just fucking mauled the shit out of them. So that's like 240 points worth of units.
They're 120 points for a unit of handgunners.
40.
So you killed 200. That's it. 260 points. 260 points.
Okay. 260 points, although we lost a 180 odd point unit of cold ones to do it before this guy came in and saved the day. This guy saved the day multiple times.
Yes.
He helped smash the warriors unit. He finished off the gyrocopter that these guys completely failed to hurt. And then he polished off the remains of one and the entirety of another handgunner unit. Fucking hell, you did alright.
Right. The others all died. Well, that was baby Hydra. Remember,
you're getting a close-up. Papa old-fashioned Hydra did the fucking job today.
So I didn't drop a rock on his fucking head when he was born.
These guys managed to hack and slash their way pretty convincingly through the standard crossbow unit in front of them. And so against these guys, we've got 3 units of unmolested crossbow, 2 catapults that'll be useless at this point.
Well, no.
And this guy.
Is it a minimum range?
Probably, but you probably won't take out these guys anyway.
I just fly over and drop a bomb on them.
Well, you can try that too.
That's what killed my last bloody gyrocopter.
Yeah, well, yeah, hey, maybe a home goal. That's what we could use right now.
Yes.
The funny thing is, like, normally I complain about the logistics of this, but on this occasion we have 2 long-lived races that aren't anymore.
That was a lot of fun.
That was a cracker of a game.
That was hilarious. I won't be charging you again, though. Hey, please charge me, Sean. No.
So, yeah, 3 characters all buffed up to the 9s.
Can I not dispel a hex spell? I think I can. I should have done that in my magic phase.
Maybe it's not one of those spells that lasts indefinitely.
But I don't know if you can. I don't know. We'd have to look that up because
that's the final points in the rules.
Because if I knew, because then I could have perhaps dispelled that spell. I'm not sure. I don't know. That's something we can worry about.
There's a bunch of things we fucked up in this game.
Oh, definitely fucked up. I kept pulling back and remember that the witch elves almost all died but then I kept remembering, hang on, I can't do that because you're in cover.
Yeah, that's right. Yes. You forgot about the trees.
Yes.
Because the witch elves were in the trees when we first shot at them with this 30-inch range crossbow.
Killed like 9 of them.
Yeah, then we realised that half of those shouldn't have hit.
Yeah.
Well, look, hey, what have we learned?
We need to read the rules more.
We read the rules. Hey, look,
that was good.
That's the casualty pile for the dwarfs.
Oh, it's getting there. Yeah. That's true.
Pretty much the casualty pile. Sans Bugman, who survived. He took a wound, but then Sean pointed out that he just have a stein and he'll be fine.
Yes, he does.
On the other hand, this is the Dark Elf casualty pile. Pretty disgusting, I have to say. There's a lot of dead ones. Your gun line worked a treat. Yeah, what, 50 fucking shooters?
No, I had
60 shooters.
72 shooters.
72 shooters plus
3 gyrocopters.
Yeah.
And 3 artillery pieces.
Oh, that's murderous.
That is.
I can't believe I got through that shit. When like 3 out of my 4 charges completely failed, I thought I was pretty well fucked.
Well, that's why I sent the Troll Slayers forward, because I thought you'd have a bit of fun, at least. And they did their job.
Yeah, well, they did their job admirably. They did exactly what they were there to do. And if I got more charges in, it would have been actually pretty good. But no, that didn't work very well at all.
That was very good. I enjoyed that thoroughly. It was hilarious.
And
so, who says dwarves are boring?
No, well, it depends how you play them. People play them boring.
Yes.
But if you play them entertainingly, they're pretty good value. And I'll have to say, this is the first time that I have fought against regular dwarves, I think. I've fielded them plenty of times, but nobody ever fields them against me.
Huh.
And certainly, well, yeah, by definition, it's the first time I've chucked the Dark Elves at dwarves. And we figured out the only army of mine that's operational at this point that Sean hasn't played is my dwarfs.
And guess what? I'll bring ogres.
Yeah, so that'll be the next one that we do, the next army out of retirement.
Oh, the ogres you'll have a field day against, I suspect.
Yeah, dwarves do pretty well against ogres.
We'll see what happens. We'll see.
Yeah, look, ogres are one of those armies where the moment you let your guard down, they fuck you. But if you handle them carefully, then you can beat them.
Look, I've done very well with them, but they're not a good army on the books generally. So I'm probably going to get flogged, but I shall take an MSU army, and I shall give you plenty of targets to shoot at.
That'll be interesting.
I'll have to see how cagey I can play.
All right. Well, I'll take a box down to 2,500 point, I suppose, dwarf army, and we'll see how it goes.
2,500, yeah, and yeah, that'll be good.
All
right.
We
can start all over again.
Yeah. Well, that was a fuck ton of fun.
That was fun.
And really viewers at home, I hope you enjoyed it as well. Thanks for watching. Feel free to hit like, subscribe. Tell us how many things we fucked up 6 ways to Sunday, because I'm sure there's a few. And time to call it a night.